All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and today we're going to take a quick look at one of the new Seiko King turtles. Now, the reference number on this one is the SRPE07, 595 suggested retail. You guys can find them for quite a bit less than that out there on the interweb. So, really cool watches. There's a few different variations out there. There's the hand grenade style dial with the little square corrugated dial, and then this is the Save the Ocean dial. They've made these dials in a number, or put these dials, I should say, in a number of different watches from Seiko. I do believe this is a 2020 release as far as these new King turtles go, and there's a few major differences between these and the standard SRP series. So I've had quite a few turtles. If you guys watch the channel, I've had the black one, the black and gold, which I think is the 775. I've had the Patty. I've had the Pepsi version on here. So I've had quite a few turtles. And what makes these ones special is a few different things. First of all, I'll tell you the case size is the same, 44 millimeter from side to side, 47.5 lug to lug, 22 millimeter lug openings, 13.5 millimeters of thickness to the top of the crystal. Now that's where things change on this watch. This has a standard 120 click bezel, but you guys can see by the shine on that bezel insert, Seiko's finally stepped up and they've put ceramic bezel inserts in their watches, which I think is really cool. Another excellent thing that they've done is they're using sapphire crystals on their watches now. Now, I know a lot of people aren't going to like this candy bar style magnifier there, but I actually like that. Helps my old eyes see the day and the date, and it works extremely well. So those are some of the big differences. The movement inside the watch, they're still running the Seiko 4R36 movement, so it's a good tried and true movement, 21,600 vibrations per hour, 24 joules, and about a 40-hour power reserve. With this movement, you do get the day and the date function. It's also hackable and hand winding. So this is pretty standard setup in the Seiko Diver series, a 200-meter, automatic watch. The dial on these Save the Ocean variations are really cool. You guys can see the wave pattern there on the dial. And then I want to point out a couple neat features. First of all, you can see on the back of the second hand spinning around there, it's got a little shark fin. You can see that through the magnifier right now, which I think is a neat touch. They've also added right here about the 8 o'clock position, you can see a little shark fin coming up through the wave there. So I think that's a really neat addition that they've added to these watches. It's just the Save the Ocean dial is pretty cool. I've actually never checked one out, so I think it's a neat deal. They're using, the standard Seiko Loom on this watch, which is their Lumabrite, I think it is. And you can see it's got this faded look to it, almost kind of like this patinaed look. Now, I know a lot of people, don't like that patinaed look, but honestly, if you got the time to wear a watch for 50 years and develop the patina, that's great. I think it kind of looks neat on the watches, and they've done that same inlay here on the bezel where it's kind of that patinaed look. The the bezel insert is not loomed, I'll tell you that. It has their standard loom pip on it, but it's got your standard, Seiko loom, which is super bright. Using the really nice new straps, they're using almost this softer silicone feel to the straps, the standard, pebble technique on the bottom side. Take a look at the case back on the watch. Lets you know it's a Seiko Divers watch, 200 meters. They do give you the sapphire crystal here information. Now, this is a special edition, and I'm going to tell you right off, special editions are not limited editions from Seiko. They tend to make a whole lot of special edition watches. And then it lets you know it's the 4R36 movement Japan. So really good looking watch in the turtle lineup. Now, I'll go ahead and turn the bezel. It's got your standard 120 click bezel like Seiko's do. And overall, the alignment on this watch is pretty nice, but I will tell you guys that you get the bezel up there and it clicks, and you guys can see it's just a slightly off there, and you got to kind of move it up into there, or if you go past it, it's going to be slightly off the other way. Thank you, Seiko. You always do that, but no big deal. I've gotten to the point where I've had the watch for a few days, and you just basically put it where it needs to be, and it's no big deal. The other difference on the bezel is these are using a different knurling on the bezel than the standard turtles, and I really like the way this looks. Very nice knurling, very easy to acquire and grip. So let's go ahead and get this watch on my 7-inch wrist, and then we'll go out the loom shot as always. Now here we go with the King Turtle. This is the SRPE07 on my 7-inch wrist. Now they're big watches, but you can tell with that short lug to lug, they'll sit on your wrist just about perfectly. The ceramic bezel insert really makes this watch pop. It gets a lot of shine and flash, and I really like the sapphire crystal, and I like the magnifier. I think it looks good on there, and it works well. Let's dim the lights and check out the loom. All right, so I will leave links down below where you guys can find these king turtles if you're wanting to get one of these. So amazing loom you're going to have on the, any of the Seiko lineup. And I love that they're using the blue loom. It looks really, really good on this watch. So cool new watch from Seiko, the King Turtle. These are available out there. You guys can find a few different variations. I'll leave links down below in the description. So, all right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.